What's up guys, it's Average Joel making average content for the average viewer. Now look, I need to be real with you guys for a second. I'm aware that my content stream has taken more of the form of the stream of a pensioner with kidney stones, that being weak and coming in drips and drabs, and for that I apologise profusely. I've just been quite busy recently, and if I'm being honest, I feel like by playing the Modern Warfare beta I have ruined other games for myself. My excitement is unchained and it knows no bounds, and at the moment nothing seems to quite be scratching that itch for me. I mean, I've been having a lot of fun with the new Operation Underground map for Battlefield, but it just seems to me that Battlefield is just the methadone to my full-on Call of Duty smack habit that is impending. I'm not saying that I don't like Battlefield at the moment at all, it's just that I'm so super excited for Modern Warfare that it's all I want to play at the moment. But why? What is it that's so good about this game? Why is there so much hype around a game in a franchise that had fallen so far from my opinion? So I thought, why not discuss exactly what it is about Modern Warfare that gets me more giddy than a schoolgirl? Before we start, you already know what I'm going to ask, but can we please see if we can get to 69 likes on this video? 69. So let's talk about it, shall we? First and foremost, I think that the main reason why a lot of people are excited is the fact that we're seeing the return of the Modern Warfare series. For many current FPS fans, Modern Warfare was our entry to the world of online shooters. I'm not saying everybody, but a vast majority. And whether we love these games because of how amazing they were, or the fact that our heads are filled with a strong rose-tinted haze of nostalgia, it doesn't matter, because there is something about hearing the words Modern Warfare that make me more hyped than Jeremy Corbyn when he first read the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx. Sorry, that one was a bit too political for this channel. Anyway, my point is that we are being brought back to a series that holds so many fond memories for us. And that is awesome. Another reason that I'm personally excited for the game is to do with one mode in particular. Not 32 versus 32, and definitely not survival, but 2v2 gunfight. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't the main reason I'm looking forward to this game, but my god is it a contributing factor. The gameplay behind is from a little session I had during the beta with my little brother, and fuck me, we had more fun in a couple of hours of playing this game mode than I have had in months. It really is an awesome experience. Since, as long as I can remember, there was nothing more serious than challenging someone to a 1v1 in Call of Duty. There is no better test of skill than beating your opponent when it is just you, them and your weapons. But now, with the 2v2 mode, we have been given a highly competitive stage whereby you and a mate can take on the world and really put your skills to the test. I can't explain the feeling of absolutely beasting two random guys from all over the world and laughing about how bad they are with your mate. When me and Fred were playing, that's my little brother, we honestly had such a fucking laugh. We did stupid challenges like trying to go fist only, and although for the most part we just ended up getting sprayed down like those Extinction Rebellion people in London, when we did manage to pull it off, it was honestly the best feeling ever, and I can really see myself spending literally hours and hours in this game mode. On a side note, I'd just like to say that if any of you have a younger brother who is say under 10, I would highly recommend you start him playing first person shooter games now. Like seriously, go and install Minecraft and Fortnite off of their console straight away and force them to play Battlefield and COD. They may hate you for it now, but in a few years you will have created the ultimate 2v2 partner. So yeah, thanks Fred. One small disclaimer though, Fred now blames me for the fact that he doesn't react well in clutch situations because of the fact that I used to shout at him and blah blah blah. But hey, it'll be worth it in the end, mate. Can we see how many thank you Freds we can get in the comments, please? Next up is something that I know a lot of people are super excited about, and that is the return of the campaign. Now, I should address the fact that the term return of the campaign is something that I shouldn't ever have to say. As I'm sure a lot of you know, last year Black Ops 4 released without a campaign. Which, if you ask me, is like serving a curry without the rice. All the flavour is there, but for fuck's sake, I need some carbs, goddammit. But moving on from that fact, we are going to have the first Modern Warfare campaign in years, and it's awesome. Some of the best single player missions from the whole Call of Duty franchise have been from Modern Warfare. I'm talking All Gillied Up for one, a mission that is still talked about today as being one of the most awesome missions in any game, and of course the extremely controversial No Russian. Now, I'm not saying that the only way to have an epic story is to make missions more controversial than making Jimmy Savile a dinner lady, but a game that has the sheer bollocks to put in a mission where you mow down civilians in an airport is the sort of thing that makes a game at least very interesting. As far as the new campaign is concerned, we've already been told that it's going to have subjects that are even more controversial, and we have already seen soy boy beta social justice warrior gaming journalists say that it's too much, and that is exactly what I want to see. I hope to God that we are actually going to see a campaign that is willing to take risks rather than just the soft copy and paste bullshit we have been seeing from other AAA developers. Now, next is definitely a personal point, as I know that some people don't like this, but for me it's a massive plus, and that is kill streaks. Just to be clear, I mean the fact that these streaks are going to be back to being earned exclusively from kills and not just score streaks. Now, I'm aware that this does mean that it could promote more passive play and people may want to camp for their streaks. However, I really believe that this move is actually increasing the skill gap. Yeah, it's nice to be able to hop in to kill confirmed and get your streaks by just cleaning up after all the better players, but I really believe that kill streaks are so much better when you know you earned your chopper gunner because you absolutely pasted 12 other people and not because you got 7 kills and a couple of lucky flag captures. I know some people will say that the score streaks mean that it gives everyone a chance, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that it's being brought down to just raw gun skill, especially as we don't have the gimmicky specialists to boost our kills as well now. Honestly, I think it's going to be exciting. Okay, so I want to talk about something that has been talked about recently as being very negative, but I just want to put a more positive spin on it. Right, it's no secret that Activision have an exclusivity deal with PlayStation. I've spoken about it before, as have many other people, and I would just like to say that yeah, it's fucking shit. So recently, we got told that a survival mode will be a PlayStation exclusive for a whole year, and my first reaction to this was the same as most people, and that it is borderline criminal. And yeah, it is annoying that we all have paid the same amount of money, but a lot of people are getting less content. However, we could dwell on this being a real shitter in the window, or we could see the positives. Last year, I got really into Black Ops for the first 3 or 4 months of its life cycle, but one thing that really pissed me off was the fact that PlayStation were getting all of the DLC content before me. This meant that I would watch YouTube videos about all of this awesome cool new stuff, and then I'd have to wait a whole week before I could actually play them. And because of this, I was constantly reminded of this exclusivity deal. But a post from one of the IW devs on Reddit stated that the reason that we have this survival mode locked off for a year is because of a deal they did with Sony so that everyone was able to get the multiplayer content at exactly the same time. Meaning that when new weapons drop or new maps, the whole COD community will be able to experience these things at once. Now, I appreciate that some people will be really annoyed about this, but for me, I would have probably never touched this survival mode anyway. Like, I haven't even played zombies since Advanced Warfare, so if I'm being honest, I couldn't give a fuck. Obviously I care in the bigger scale of things because I'm paying for content that I won't be able to have access to until the game is all but dead, but in the grand scheme of things, being able to have the multiplayer content on time is a way bigger plus. This point leads me on nicely to the final thing I'd like to talk about today, and that is crossplay. I know I've spoken about crossplay a lot, and a lot of people have, and I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it. But crossplay for years has been a thing of legend, something that we as gamers could only dream of. But now it's becoming a reality, and the fact that we will be able to play with all of our friends, whether they play Xbox, PC or PlayStation, is just awesome, and will undoubtedly bring us peace and harmony to the community. Just kidding. I can't wait to hear all of the toxic lobbies of people calling each other virgins and saying that they're going to hack each other's IP addresses. That is going to be fucking hilarious. Anyway, That's about it for me today. I just want to say that I'm super excited for this game, and I really hope for all our sakes that it delivers on these promises and lives up to be the game that we all deserve. I plan on covering it in its entirety, bringing you guys tips, class setups, and stupid unoriginal list videos, and everything in between. Thank you guys for watching, and if you're still watching this video at this point, I would love it if you could comment down below your favourite species of dinosaur. You did an awesome job with your random comments in my last video, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading them. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Average Joel. Peace.